Hi. Hi, Robert.
Stephanie, how are you?
I am really well, thank you very much. Wow, I'm loving the background.
Well, I thought that I would I thought that I would have some visual
Oh, yeah,
to
I love it.
kind of transport us somewhere. Obviously the Northern Lights. Um, I'm still kind of in that frame of mind of Gabrielle's, music and meditation, and so I was like, I'm up next. I got to go to ground and center here.
I know, I thought that maybe I should have given you a bit more of a warning just because I suddenly thought, oh my gosh, yeah, Robert's up next. Maybe he might need in a few minutes, but you're here and you're fine. But wasn't it incredible the way it was relaxing and, well, for me, it was relaxing, but also energizing too.
Yeah, I felt uh definitely the feeling of traveling through the cosmos, traveling through space and time. It's not as if it's not time like we experience it
Yeah.
in this realm. It's a different kind of experience when orally
Mm-hmm.
you are being transported into a realm that is it of your imagination? Maybe. Is it an existing alternate realm that exists alongside ours? Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
The key is you shouldn't be afraid to take the journey.
Oh, I love that. Absolutely.
Ever,
Yeah.
ever it is leading you, do not fear the journey.
Mm. I love that. It's one of those things that I can't help but feel that this is what's so wonderful working with dragons is they really do give us that push of come on, get brave,
Hmm.
you know?
Right. That's part, and I'm going to talk about this, but that's part of why we accept the invitation of the dragon.
Ah, okay. So we've got a minute. So that you get your full time, I tell you what, I'll do a little introduction that's on
Okay.
your Dragon Thunder, just so that people know about you. So Robert is the founder and owner of the Wyvern Academy of Witchcraft in Los Angeles. The Wyvern Academy is an institution of higher education for spiritual development through the art of divination and corresponding studies of Celtic, Nordic, and Draconic witchcraft. You you began an education in witchcraft in the Sacred Mists Academy of Magical Arts and Science in Napa. Is that California?
Yeah, Napa, California.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where you were invited also then to teach. Is it Futhark runes and mythology
Fu-
and
yeah,
literature? Yeah.
Futhark runes. Those are the runes that are most common as far as Nordic uh, mythology.
Amazing. So now your draconic witchcraft and dragon magic has now led you to develop and open the Wyvern Academy of Witchcraft, where students journeys through three levels of education to become the witch, the warrior, and the wyvern. Wow, this sounds absolutely amazing. So, after all of that education, you then opened up your own academy to help people also move along this journey.
Yeah, absolutely. I am a firm believer in academics.
Hmm.
Now, and the way that I explain this, if you need to go to a doctor, you you seek out the best doctor that you can find for the ailment that you have.
Sure.
If you need to see a lawyer, you seek out the best lawyer
Hmm.
that you can for the situation that you were in. If you want to be a witch, well, there's not that many witch academies or witch schools that are notable. Hogwarts is a myth.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a story, okay, and that's great. But I do believe that it is important to learn the craft from people that have experienced it, that have studied
Mhm.
it, that have taught
Yeah.
the craft, and that approach it in an academic way. The
Hmm.
spirituality of it comes second nature. All of us here are spiritual people. We wouldn't be here if we weren't. We
No,
wouldn't.
absolutely. No.
But most of us come into the dragon realms from many different places in our lives. Um, some people, and let me just say, maybe not just the dragon realms, but come to a place of spirituality from a traumatic event that might have happened,
Okay.
a an event that transformed your life in a way that you weren't expecting. And so you are reaching out, you are finding something that you can hold on to, that you can make sense of,
Yes.
that you can understand and bring that into your life to make you a more powerful spiritual presence.
Mm.
You are no longer the runt of the litter. You are no longer the person who is being, beat up by life.
Yeah.
Um, you need to accept the invitation. Now, as a practicing witch, I do believe in a god and goddess. Now, interesting. Let me preface this by saying I was born and raised in an Italian family, and I was raised Roman Catholic. I was an altar boy.
Hmm.
I had sacraments. Um, and I would say that I stopped attending Catholic church on a regular basis, probably during my teen years. Uh, and that was my choice, and my parents gave me the freedom to do that. Um, Later in life, when I did come into the world of witchcraft, I thought back on what I was taught in Catholic grade school and Catholic high school.
Yeah.
Jesus walked on water.
Hmm.
He made blind men see, raised the dead, fed multitudes of people with 2 fish and a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds like witchcraft to me.
It does sound like magic, doesn't it?
It does. He had 12 apostles. He made 13. 13 is a coven.
Ah. Okay.
Now, would I be blasphemous if I said Jesus was a witch? Before Christianity, before any type of organized religion,
Hmm.
we were all witches. We were Wiccas and Wiccae, which is the modern term is Wicca for modern day witchcraft.
Right.
But those are ancient Gaelic terms, Wicca and Wiccae, which means
Hmm.
male or female
Hmm.
witch. Um, my foundation in Catholicism actually elevated
Okay. So in fact, you're,
my spirituality.
yeah.
I don't view it as, oh, I regret that. Oh, it was indoctrinating. No, 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 not at all.
Hmm.
It was a springboard.
Okay. So in fact, that upbringing was a springboard
Yeah.
into what got you into exactly where you are now.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, when you are searching for something, you seek out many paths. You know, my first path led me to Napa, California. My second path led me to Salem, Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
And my own path I found here in Southern California.
Right.
That journey had to happen. That journey had to proceed as it unfolded for me to be where I am right now.
Yeah.
That's important. That's important for all of us. We always say, why did this happen? No, there's a good reason why things happen to us.
Mm.
It's easy to say, well, we learn, we have, you know, we learn something, it's knowledge, it's wisdom, it's experience. It leads you to the next phase of your life.
Mm.
It leads you to the next phase of your journey. Now, I am a firm believer in formal ritual.
Okay.
It's not for everybody. I have talked to dragon magicians who say, oh no, I'm not interested in, you know, the dragons are there in nature. Yes, they are. Just like the Green Man,
Mm-hmm.
just like all of the Celtic and Nordic gods and goddesses. If you're going to honor the dragons, honor them in a formal way.
Okay.
Honor them in a way that shows that you have put a lot of energy, a lot of thought, a lot of wisdom, tools, and your own spirit or spirits, if you are working collectively,
Mm-hmm.
in that magic. Now, when we start to go into the world of formal ritual, there's preparation. Just
Okay.
like if you were throwing a dinner party, there's preparation. You don't start cooking when the guests are in your living room having cocktails.
Yeah.
So you have to prepare the scene. You have an altar.
Okay.
You adorn that altar with decorations of the season. You hopefully are following the witch's wheel of the year, which begins with Samhain and ends at Mabon, which is in late
Mm-hmm.
fall.
Mm.
There's 8 Sabbats in a year in the witch's wheel of the year, which correspond with our seasons, basically. Yule is
Yeah.
Christmas, you know, Ostara is Easter,
Yeah.
Litha is the summer solstice,
Mm-hmm.
Yule is the winter solstice. I mean, it's all right there. There's nothing alien about it. So you have your altar, you've decorated it. You need candles. You need candles to represent the god and goddess.
Okay. Does that mean that they need a different color or is it a
Oh, I was just
different?
about to say that. I was just
Oh,
about to say that. Basic black and white candles will do.
okay.
White represents the god, black represents the goddess. Now, if you are using a number of correspondences in your ritual, you may want to change the colors of the god and goddess candle to match the season. You know, for Yule, you might want to use white and silver.
Okay.
You know, you may want to use candles of gold and bright yellow for Lunasa.
Okay.
That's part of the practitioner's creativity as to how they want to utilize their tools. Every witch needs a cauldron. What is the cauldron? The cauldron is the belly, the womb of the goddess. That's where your magic happens.
Wow. The womb of the goddess, is that
Yes,
what the cauldron is that you're putting things
yes,
into?
yes. You are creating life in that cauldron. Now, our ancestors have been doing this since the dawn of time. Cooks create magic in their stock pots, on their stoves. That's a cauldron. That is a cauldron.
Yeah.
Chicken soup heals what ails you. That's a potion.
Mm.
This is the way that I feel modern day practitioners need to think about formal ritual and what the meanings of the tools are. A lot of
Right.
people are afraid, oh my God, I don't want to get near, that or this and that. There is a lot of fear that you're doing something wicked.
Okay. And where do you think that comes from?
I think that comes from, a lot of people would say that it comes from, the things that we see on television, the things that we see in movies, The Wizard of Oz,
Hmm.
with the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah.
Um, I think that it comes from intention.
Okay.
You're going to have a cauldron, you're going to do something in it, but what are you going to do?
Mm.
Magic is about intention.
Yeah.
What is your intent? Now, I've always believed in balance. There's light and there's dark.
Yeah.
There's rich and poor. There's happy, there's sad.
Mhm.
The light and the dark, how can you be in the dark if you've never seen the light?
Good point.
And vice versa. How can
Mm.
you be in the light all the time and you go, oh, I don't know what the dark is? Well, you're not expanding your experience because there is knowledge in the dark. There is light in the dark.
Mm.
And the dragons are there as well. There are light dragons, there are dark dragons. That doesn't mean that they're wicked. That doesn't mean that they're evil. Some
Mm.
people may see Tiamat as a dark force. But if you read about Tiamat, she created order out of chaos.
Okay. So Tiamat is some.
Oh,
I'm not.
I'm sorry.
I'm not familiar with that.
I'm sorry. Sumerian dragon goddess.
Okay.
Sumerian dragon goddess who basically shaped the universe.
Right.
Okay. So as humans, we all experience the same levels of our humanity. We just experience it in different degrees.
Right.
Stephanie, I'm sure you have been happy in your lifetime. You have been sad in your lifetime. All of us have.
Yeah.
We experience those emotions, those in different degrees of one another. For some, maybe the happiness is an absolute orgasm. I was just reading Romans.
Yeah.
And that's the word that just came to me. Okay. It's like an orgasm. Others, not so much. You
Yeah,
know,
you're right.
that
I mean, it
doesn't
could
mean
be,
that they're not happy. They're happy, they're content in their way.
yeah, yeah, it's their version of that orgasmic happiness or just a gentle chuckle.
Right, right. Now, when we enter into formal ritual, what we want to do is the first thing that we need to do is to accept our invitation. We planned ahead because we got an invite. I'm going to do a ritual. Rituals can be very simple.
Okay.
To be honest with you, the first time that we perform really a ritual in our lives is at our first birthday. We have a cake in front of us. There's one candle on it. It's lit with a flame, and we are told to blow out the candle and make a wish.
Yeah.
And we do it. And that's magic. And we do it every year thereafter.
Yeah.
Okay. You accept the invitation. Is it something that you want to invite your friends to? First off, the dragons are gonna be there, so you better know who you're gonna invite, because you don't want any energies there that are not going to blend well with everybody.
Mm.
We start at the entrance to the cave of crystal, scale, and stone. Now, these are words that can be symbolically manifested with just like, let's say, crystals, rocks,
Yeah.
stones. It's a portal. That's the portal that you're going into. And you have to not fear where it's going to lead you to. One of the tools that we definitely need in draconic formal ritual is a dagger.
Okay.
And it should be steel. And it represents the element of fire. Now, there's some traditions that have it representative of air. I don't see it that way. Steel was once molten lava before it was cooled. It's
Yeah.
made from fire. Therefore, it represents the element of fire.
Yeah.
You have your god and goddess candle. You have your altar. You have it decorated. You need a spell candle. Whatever spell candle you're using, again, use correspondences to determine what color spell candle you're going to use. If all else fails, just use white.
Mm.
Just use white.
Okay. So white will do if you haven't got another
Yes,
color that you want to use to
absolutely.
represent. Okay.
Absolutely. When you start doing magic by, time of day and seasons and, the government of the hours and planetary significances. Okay, yes, this all started somewhere. This all started with our ancestor magicians. You don't have to do it, but if you do it, make sure you're doing it correctly, because you are preparing probably the party of the year.
Okay. Yes, so really think about it. Think it as a party
Exactly.
as well as a ritual. Yeah.
Exactly. You're inviting people to your home. You need anointing oil. You need a source of fire. It's probably best to have matches that you can just simply strike, because that itself is much more powerful than a Bic lighter. You need a paten. A paten is a pentacle, most likely a metal or a resin pentacle that you can hold in your hand, which you can call forth elemental dragons.
Mhm.
And you need a candle stuffer. Now, once you have entered into that portal and that state of mind that is kind of an alpha state, and that's really what, the anointing oil is, or the incense that you're smelling, is supposed to transport you into that realm, into that alpha state, into that state. It's neither here nor there, it's somewhere. And we've been there many times tonight. That's the place that you need to be.
Okay.
Okay. You cast a circle. You cast a circle starting in the east, because the sun rises in the east. Draconic Witchcraft. The east is represented by the elemental dragon Fafnir, who is Nordic. He's a fire dragon. And when we cast our circle, we are going to use the dagger, and we are going to cast a circle of fire above all of those in attendance. That's your protection. You're using the fire of Fafnir to protect you from any outside forces that may come in, that are going to disrupt your magic, that are going to make your mind stray. And it's a way of keeping the circle intact.
Right.
From there, we call on the elemental dragons using our paten. Like I said, we start in the east. We call Fafnir. We move to the south, and we call on Saris. Saris is the air dragon of the south. She's female. Then we move to the west, and we invite Nailyon. Nailyon is female as well. She's the water dragon of the west. We end in the north, and we invite Grail. He's the second male dragon. He's the earth dragon of the north. And at that point, we invite all of our fellow cosmic, elemental, and ancestor dragons who want to be in the outer circle, who may want to share in the magic, and perhaps help guide your spell to manifestation.
Okay.
We bring in the god and goddess. Now, I have always used the goddess Alba, who is a snow white dragon. Those scales glisten like diamonds.
Yeah.
And I invite King Ushin, who is a tree dragon.
Right.
And his I like to view his domain as Earth.
Okay.
Alba's very cosmic.
Okay, so you've got the female white, the goddess dragon is very cosmic, and then you have your male energy, your magic, very grounded in the earth.
Right. I kind of envision all of the trees and their roots and everything is connected across the land. Now, as far as the elemental dragons, I had to be introduced to them when I was ready to meet them and when they were ready to meet me. Because believe me, I took a lot of time. Now, when I was in that in-between state, which we will call an alpha state, I met Grail, who took me for a ride on his back over very tall pine trees.
Wow.
I felt so safe. I was holding on to his neck. I never once felt like I was going to fall off. I never once felt any kind of fear. I felt that I had a friend, an ally. it took some time for me to meet Saris.
Okay.
And I will say, I believe it's because I was mispronouncing her name.
Oh, okay then. So they came to correct
You know,
you. You got it. Did you get a dragon slap? Did you
you
call
know,
her?
I was calling her Saris, and I wasn't getting anywhere. Just like, if you and I met on the street and I was Lisa, Lisa. Well, you're not Lisa, so you're not going to turn around. You're not going to turn around.
Yeah.
But once I realized that her name was Saris, oh, she appeared. I met her and Nailyon on the same day. I found myself being held up by clouds and kind of just bouncing around in her arms, and I could feel her, or her wings, I should say, not arms. But they felt like arms.
Yeah.
It was a real floating kind of a feeling, airy, definitely airy. I mean, you could feel air kind of all around, coming
Yeah.
from all different directions. And once I met her, then she lowered me into water, an ocean,
Wow.
where I met Nailyon. And I could breathe underwater and the whole bit. And Nailyon just kind of swam right up to me and came right up to my face. And very small.
Okay. So
Much
smaller than you expected.
much smaller dragon than what I had expected, but very aquatic,
Yeah.
very aquatic in appearance. It was hard to, it was difficult to try to find Fafnir, and Fafnir did appear in fire.
Right.
He appeared to me in fire. Now I kind of find it interesting that I live in the California desert where it's been very hot recently. And so every time I go outside and, during the daytime and it's 110 degrees, I feel Fafnir's energy.
Okay. Yeah. So it's one of those daily energies you're in.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, we've welcomed the god and goddess. Now we want to do our spell work. So we move to our spell candle. We light it with what our intentions are going to be. You can anoint the candle. What is it that you're doing? You could be doing anything, really. Your spell could be anything, but you must be specific. Don't ask for world peace. It's not going to happen.
Okay. So it needs to be more specific than world peace.
Yes, you need to bring it into your existence. It is something that is going to align with your journey to help you move in the correct direction.
Okay. So it's very much from you.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. With your intention.
Exactly. I like to write my spell down on parchment and I burn it. I light it. I touch it to the spell candle and then I burn it in my cauldron.
Okay.
And that's when you want to raise your energy. Now, you can raise your energy with music. You can raise your energy with chanting. You can raise your energy with doing a dance.
Okay.
I like to chant something and walk Diosil, which is clockwise, around my cauldron. Because I feel that circular motion brings your intention out from the cauldron and up to the universe. It's
Okay.
like a funnel. Instead of the funnel
No.
going down into something, it's coming up and out.
Yeah. So it's going out into the universe.
Exactly. And that is what you want. You want to send your spell work out into the universe, out into the cosmos, so that the deities who you've invited
Hmm.
can hear it.
Yeah.
That's your wish. And they can help you to achieve it.
Okay. So not only put it out there, they're going to help us receive as well.
Exactly.
Two-way.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, receiving, you have to be patient. Magic can be instantaneous, but it can also take a long time.
Okay, so it's not just, this is where it's, when we think about Hogwarts, it's not all just a spell, is it? And it there is instant.
Correct. It might be that you cast a spell and then it happens the next day.
Yeah. That's
Could
more
be,
realistic, isn't it?
it could be.
Yeah.
It might not happen for 5 months.
Yeah.
You might have forgot about it. But then all of a sudden, one day you wake up and you go, "Oh my God, that happened." And I wished upon that months ago. I forgot about it. And it happened. Why did it happen? Because the timing was right.
Yeah.
The timing was correct, and the gods and goddesses that you spoke to, that you invoked to help you, felt that you were ready.
Mm. So would you say, Robert, it's important for us to, if we do this work, to keep a note of what we're sending out into the universe so that we can then reflect and go, oh,
Sure.
yeah, here it is.
Sure. Write your rituals down. Write them down.
Okay.
You can use your own words. Once you've raised the energy, you release the god and goddess. You send them back to the cosmos, to the earth.
Mm-hmm.
You say goodbye to the elemental dragons. You thank them for their attendance. And you undo your circle. You extinguish that circle of fire and thank Fafnir for that protection during your sacred rite. And then you feast.
Okay.
You should always have some type of, I would say edible, but if you need an edible, that's fine too. You should have a feast of something just to bring you back into the realm that you started in.
Okay.
The thing about, and I found this very interesting, because during Gabrielle's the music, and I said, oh my
Yes.
God, going into that, it's okay to have music like that going during your ritual. The key thing is, can you do the ritual and say what you need to say and perform all of the physical aspects of a ritual while you're in that state? That's something that takes practice. Because you have to be in that state in order for your magic to materialize.
Yeah.
If you're not in that state, well, okay, you'll get there.
Yeah. So getting yourself up into that place is key. So almost like having your altar set up, ready.
Exactly. That's why I say you need to have your prep work done. It's not, you don't start cooking when, the doorbell's ringing and people are coming to your house.
Yeah.
You're basically setting up a banquet table. That's what you're doing.
Mm. Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
setting up a table
you're
of
really
magic.
thinking about the whole thing, aren't you?
Yes. Yes. The whole event that you create, you're doing so to honor the dragon deities,
Mm.
or the Celtic deities, or the Nordic deities, or the African deities. It doesn't matter. We honor their presence. We honor their involvement in our lives.
Mm.
I have found that the study of witchcraft for me has given me greater understanding of my own placement in this universe. And sometimes I see myself as, a little ant on the planet. We look at ants on the ground and we go, oh, they're a nuisance. Especially when they come into your kitchen.
Yeah.
But who's looking at us?
Mm.
Who?
Yeah.
Who's looking at us? Are the dragons looking at us?
Yeah. What a great point.
In ancient Egypt, it was the eye of Horus. Horus was looking at us. And that's something about scrying. I love, when people get they get the visual of scrying into trees or into rocks, and dragons materialize, or angels or demons, or whatever it is that you are visualized, that you allow to materialize, really.
Mm-hmm.
If you can see them, they can see you.
Yeah. It's a two-way relationship.
Yes. That's what I love about divining with a crystal ball. You're looking in, you're allowing your mind to it's like a movie screen that doesn't have anything on it, and you're creating your own movie.
Mm.
And you let it roll. You don't think about what you want to see. You allow yourself to view what you are being told from the spirit world.
Okay. Yeah. So stop thinking about the films already being decided. Let's
Exactly.
open yourself up to potential.
Exactly. That's what divination is. For many years, I was a psychic medium, and I do a lot of, tarot card readings, and a lot of people want to hear what they want to hear.
Mm.
That's just human nature. I think that we want to be assured that we're not going to be harmed, or that our loved ones are not going to be harmed, that we're on the right path. We're following in the right footsteps.
Mm.
Sometimes that's not going to be the case. I like to view obstacles as Amazon boxes.
Okay. Amazon boxes.
Now listen to this. There's a reason why that smile is on there. Okay? You have an obstacle that's blocking your path from something. View it as an Amazon box. Open it up, take out what you need, and push the empty box, to the side of the road and move forward.
Okay.
You got what you wanted from the obstacle. The shell of it now is it's just a shell. You don't need it anymore. Move it aside.
Okay, I love that. So basically, obstacles are like an Amazon box. You need to look inside. You need to get because you've got what you wanted, and then the box, push it to one side because it's just a shell.
And I see Roman is showing us an Amazon box right now. I love it. Oh, 2, 3. Well, I hope they don't all represent 4. I hope they don't all represent obstacles in your life. And the reason why you have to make that kind of analogy is because everyone knows what it's like to receive a box from Amazon with a smile on it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the kind of stuff that should be be written down in the grimoires of today for future generations to read about.
Mm.
Not everybody is going to have, the access to the ancient grimoires that are, hidden deep within the Vatican. You're not going to get near them. So it's common day people like us that have to use modern day experiences as analogies for how magic happens, how magic can transport us.
Yeah. I really love that idea. I love this Amazon box concept.
So keeping a balance of understanding alive, understanding that balance between, light and dark. You also need an understanding of the 7 Hermetic principles, which you can read about in a book called The Kabbalion. Now, that's not Kabbalah. Kyblion. You can buy it on Amazon. It is an ancient study of the 7 Hermetic principles written by priests of that time. We don't know their names, but it's been translated into modern day, wording for us to understand. Mentalism is the first. It's mentalism, correspondence, rhythm, polarity, vibration, cause and effect, and gender. And they exist in all of us. The computer that I am looking at you on is vibrating. It has a rhythm. It's not vibrating like we are, but it's alive.
Yeah.
We all, everything around us has energy. Everything that we encounter, we share our energy with, it shares its energy with us. Now, some energy could be correct. Others might not be. That doesn't mean it's not good. That doesn't mean it's not good. It's just not good for you.
Yeah.
It's not good for you.
Yeah, just not good for you.
That doesn't mean it's bad.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that once you allow yourself to understand why things happen, even if they are bad, it opens up the human experience. And I think it also expands our collective consciousness, because perhaps one person is now allowing a different perspective, a different view, an alternative thought process to come into this realm to be shared.
Yeah.
We're programmed from birth. Life is a series of programming. And for me, the academic quality of witchcraft deprogrammed me,
Okay.
allowed me to view the world in a much different light, view myself
Mm.
in a much different arena. You know, the scariest thing in the woods at night is not the bear, it's not the mountain lion, it's not the snake, it's not the wolf. It's you. Each one of you. There's
Why is that,
reason
Robert?
to fear.
Fear. Because we
No
bring our
reason
own
to
fear
fear
with
the
us.
dark.
Mm.
Embrace it. Now, see, people misunderstand that kind of thing. Oh, he's telling you to embrace the devil and all this kind of nonsense, you know. The devil's a Christian concept.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's about embracing these things that we fear, yeah?
True. True. And I'd also like to say, I think that by performing a formal ritual on your own, it helps to eliminate that fear.
Really? Why do you think that? Why is that it eliminates the
Why
fear?
is number one, like I said, you're setting the tableau.
Mm-hmm.
You are casting a circle of protection.
Yeah.
Now, if you're not believing that you're casting a circle of protection, don't do it. But you really need to,
Yeah.
because that's part of the formal ritual.
Mm-hmm.
You do your magic, you're protected. Nothing is going to come in to harm you, stop you, dissuade you. And when you're done, you clean up, you send everybody home, and you have the rest of your day.
Yeah. So in fact, one of the reasons why it stops that fear is because the ritual itself is it basically you are conjuring up your own protection in that
Exactly.
formalizing of the ritual and the circle.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. I think that practice, you should say your words out loud. Yeah, you should. You should say your words out loud.
Okay. There's power in the voice.
Yeah, because yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
And what is that? It's air. It's water. It's fire because it comes from your passion and it's coming through an organic vessel, which is your body, which is earth.
So you've got all of those elements. All of
Yeah.
those elements that you've already invoked in this ritual, and then you're speaking it out with all of those elements.
You become the elements.
Mm.
You are the elements. The candle is representative of all the elements.
Mm.
I enjoy the process of formal ritual. It can take a lot out of you. You should expect that.
Mhm.
For those who are new to formal ritual, I would go onto YouTube, go onto any websites and see what other people are doing. They're out there.
Yeah.
But you need to make it your own. You do. You need
Okay.
to make it your own. And one thing that I strongly feel, and I used to end my formal rituals with this message. Go out into the world and be that beacon of light for those that are still lost in the darkness.
That's beautiful.
So, Stephanie, if anyone has any questions, now might be a good.
Well, yeah, this would be a great time to open it up if anyone would like to jump on or raise their hand or would like to speak to Robert directly. I'm just having a look through. Also, whilst people do potentially come forward, I am going to put your links now into the chat. They have got your website as well as your Facebook page.
Yes,
Robert,
now something that I want to say about my Facebook page. Now, there's been a lot of copycats. So if you just put my name into the search engine of Facebook, probably 50 Roberts are going to show up with
okay,
my name on them. So my page says official Facebook page.
okay. So I'm going to put that underneath there. Official
Now,
Facebook
yes,
page.
that's how you know that you're in the right place. Now the
Okay.
website, my Wyvern Academy website right now is I'm revamping it. It's under some reconstruction, so you won't be seeing that for a while. But anyone who does want to reach me, you can reach me through Facebook or Instagram. Same with Instagram. It says official Instagram account.
Okay, fantastic. So those links are up there. At the moment, nobody's come through with any questions, but I've just want to say I've found there are several things that I found absolutely brilliant. I loved the whole that in almost like becoming all of the elements as you're invoking and making your intentions known, but also that formality of ritual that really came from also your upbringing in your Catholic upbringing, but actually has now ascended into something, transcended into something that is using the ritual element, but using so much more and doesn't have the, I don't know, almost like the confines of that sort of religious ritual. This is much more, oh no, this is bigger. It's connecting with more. It's just, yeah, sounds incredible. And yeah.
Yeah, witchcraft, I mean, I was taught that witchcraft is a science, an art, and a religion.
Okay.
Now, it is. If you study quantum physics, witchcraft is a science. Light affects us, sound affects us. We have the ability to travel in our brain waves somewhere, it is a science. It's an art form. Putting that ritual together, that's an art. That's an
Yeah.
art. Casting spells is an art. Now, people get weird about the whole religion of it because they go, oh,
Okay.
no, it's like Judaism, it's like Catholicism. No, but you have to believe in it. If you're not going to believe in it, then why are you doing it?
Mm. Yeah,
So
you've
it's
got to
your
set it.
religion. It's your religion.
Yeah.
You have to believe in it. You have to have faith in what you're doing. Don't go through all that trouble if you're not serious about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to put that much energy into creating this, you've
That's where
got to
it
believe
becomes
it.
a religion. That's
Okay.
where it becomes a practice.
Got you.
And it's the
Yeah.
same thing as prayer.
Yes. Yeah.
Really. It's the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. No, it's been absolutely brilliant. Well, I've really enjoyed your talk tonight. Thank you so,
Thank you
so
very much,
much.
Stephanie. I have enjoyed our conversation, and I hope that those attending, I hope that you enjoyed something. Roman, I see you there. Thank you very much, brother. And it's been a joy being here. It's been an honor. I thank Kevin for allowing me to attend here and give my point of view, and to you, Stephanie, and to Vin. And I hope to be back sometime soon.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Robert. And as I say, those links are on the chat for anybody who's here, so they can link on there and get in connection with Robert on either his Instagram or Facebook page. Remember to look out for the official Facebook and official Instagram page to make sure that you aren't going and connecting somebody who isn't the Robert that you've just listened to.
Exactly. There's a lot of hackers, I guess, out there that
Yeah, yeah,
fight.
absolutely. So that's brilliant. So thank you again, Robert.